Yeah,
at
well,
least. So it's just as bad as if the government was controlling what was
well,
going
the
on.
FCC is the it's the government.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But
As it drives me nuts. The
I'm fine
FCC.
with it not censoring swear words and stuff like that. I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. That's because it's public domain, public decency laws, and all that.
Nobody listens to the radio anymore, as it is. They're all listening to our show on YouTube.
But yeah, I mean, I have a big problem with this because it seems as though, like people get upset. The left's getting upset because all these conservative talk show hosts are successful. It's not like people are putting a gun to your head telling you to listen to them.
Yeah. I think it's really one of those things where it's like, I think people don't like them, listen to them more than people do like them.
Yeah, and not only that, again, like we said, this is all entertainment, There have been plenty of liberal talk show hosts on the radio, and for some reason, liberals don't listen to talk radio.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, like, it clearly doesn't make a difference, because all these things, if Rush Limbaugh really made that big of a difference, and Van Coulter really made that big of an effect on everyone, it's like, how come Barack Obama just, won by a landslide, and how come the Democrats just won by a landslide, and, control the Senate now, and the House?
Well, have you heard of,
now going to be going into a democratically controlled Congress, government.
You're right. Have you heard of the Operation Chaos, though? That was actually the thing Rush Limbaugh made. During the Democratic primaries, he urged, the conservatives, the people that listen to his program, to register in the states that could, register that day for a Democrat, so you could go in and vote for, Hillary or whoever else, just so that they were constantly fighting and stuff like that. And actually, Barack Obama did acknowledge it and saying that's why he had trouble or lost one or the other in one state because of Rush Limbaugh, which I think is kind of precious.
It is.
So I think he takes that as a medal. Which,
I don't know. I mean, if you have the right candidate, he can.
Oh
get
yeah,
past
definitely.
these
That's why I think the fairness doctrine just doesn't make sense. It's like a bunch of babies getting upset because people aren't listening to their views. You know what I mean? So, and I'd be saying the same thing if the right was doing it.
I mean, you can't expect. I mean, I think the idea of a fairness doctrine, being fair on television, I think the time to do it is over.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of need to do this when TV first started. We're at a point now where it's just I think it's generally accepted that some shows and some stations are going to be more conservative than others. It's Fox News, people know what they're going to get. If you watch Fox News, you're going to get the conservative viewpoint, just like if you watch The Daily Show, you're going to get the liberal standpoint, Or if you watch even if you watch MSNBC, you're going to get the liberal standpoint, People, it's this sort of, people need to be, I don't know. I think people, I almost feel like there needs, I mean, I want to say this, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about it. I want to say there needs to be more reliance on the individual's ability to decipher media, and to interpret media. All right, I don't know. I feel we need to put more emphasis on individuals interpreting media
and really,
for themselves.
Hollywood's in support of it, but Hollywood's totally guilty of
yeah. Did you see those YouTube videos? It's the Steven Spielberg.
No.
No, yeah, they're stupid. It's just a bunch of celebrities getting on saying
vote. Yeah. But it's funny hearing those kind of people talking about a fairness doctrine. Have you ever watched Boston Legal?
No.
It's a law. It's kind of like a.
Well, I know the show.
But William Shatner is on the show. He plays a staunch conservative, and he's funny. They don't make him too bad. He is kind of crazy, but that's how conservatives usually are in Hollywood. But throughout the entire series, he's been, pro-Bush, pro-blah, blah, blah. And this last episode, my mother told me she was watching. She got infuriated. The entire episode was basically talking about the election, how a vote for McCain is just a vote for Bush, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the episode, they usually do this thing where Shatner and this other character are sitting, they're smoking cigars, and one's on the far left, the other guy's, Shatner's on the far right. And So the far left guy goes, so who'd you vote for? And Shatner didn't say anything, and he goes, why aren't you telling me? He goes, I already crossed the aisle once today. Something like that. He goes, oh man, he learned his lesson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny though. I would love to see them kind of.
It's like you and me.
I would love to see them have people like Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, Laura Ingraham, Bill O'Reilly at the Senate committees. I would love to see that. I think that would be amazing. I would be watching that on C-SPAN. I think that would be awesome. Seeing these
Sean Hannity and
there you go. So, but
Sean Hannity's like every now and then I'm like, no, maybe that just one show I saw him on.
No,
that was just an off day. No, I was like, even Billo could be kind of crazy some days. And I walked in, I'm like, no, every single time I've seen him, he's just been like just fucking out of his mind.
Yeah, Hannity's pretty bad. He's probably one of the worst. But
yeah,
I mean, at least.
And that guy, what's his name?
Morris?
Dick. Morris.
He's
fucking hate.
What would you suggest McCain do? Listen to me. That's
more nuts
suggested to do. They said when they asked him, what would you suggest McCain do in this debate? And I was like, not listen to Dick Morris. That's what I would tell him. So, but
serious.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Just a year ago, just 2 years ago. No, just a year ago. People were saying that Hillary was going to be the Democratic nominee, even the president, and she would Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah. You know what? A year ago they said John McCain's campaign was over,
and a year later it is.
Yeah, exactly. They're off by a year. Yeah, they said Hillary was going to be president. They say a lot of shit. They said Howard Dean was going to be president.
Yeah, back in 2004.
I think Howard Dean was a better choice than John Kerry.
Well, for candidate-wise, he was a stronger candidate. I would have loved to see that because I think Bush would have won by a landslide.
Howard Dean, yeah, he is pretty. Yeah, he is very divisive. I am nostalgic for Howard Dean though because I grew up in Vermont, and Howard Dean was always the governor, and my mom used to work with him actually because she works for the government.
Wow.
It's sort of just like, look, Howard's on TV. It's like your cousin's on TV or something,
It's funny. Look, Howard's on. What a name too, Howard.
I know, Howard. It's like, look, he's on Jeopardy.
Quick, Mom, grab the TiVo. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I do love the Dean scene now. To me, that only made me want to vote for him more. Yeah!
Oh man, they ate him up after that.
That was a stupid reason to eat somebody up too. I mean, I think the whole thing with that is just the whole party turned on each other during the primaries. I remember the anyone but Dean campaign they started running. Yeah, remember towards the end, when Howard Dean was really ahead. They did this whole, the Democrats who were behind started running this whole anyone but Dean campaign. And I was just fucking backstabbers,
hey, man, that's, gotta win.
Yeah, I know, that's what pisses me off, is that gotta win.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Win the presidency of the United States. That's crazy, man. Still crazy.
I know, it doesn't seem real. Just even just Biden being in the White House is really? After Dick Cheney, you have lovable, huggable Joe Biden.
Never have a Cheney.
Really?
Love him or hate him, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Love him or hate him, you wasn't the kind of guy you wanted to squeeze his cheeks.
If you want to get smacked in the face. Oh man. Yeah. Wait, what did he say on the Senate floor?
Fuck you. I don't know. He did a lot of things. He told what's his name? Patrick Leahy to go fuck himself.
Fuck himself.
Yeah. Also Vermont senator, and was also in The Dark Knight.
Oh man. Hey, you want to do a quick because we're at the top of the. You want?
Oh, yep. All right. So if you want to send us an email, go to the Chizzle and Dizzle Show at yahoo.com. That's the Chizzle